Welcome to Frequency Matters, the RF Microwave Update series. I'm Pat Hindle, and I'm here with my co-host, Del Pearson. In this episode, we're going to cover the June Semiconductor and RFIC's themed issue. We are also publishing a Aerospace and Defense Electronics supplement with the June issue, so we'll cover that in the next episode. So our cover feature for the issue is Heterogeneous Integration Brings Compound Semiconductors into the Age of RF CMOS. And this is contributed by a company called Pseudolithic, and they're doing some really interesting work. They review the development efforts of a highly integrated RFIC blocks for X and all the way up to E-band frequencies. So very highly integrated chips, multi-chips put into one. So it's kind of a chiplet approach. And I have to show everybody our cover for the June issue. It's one of my favorites of all time. And chiplets have really become a hot topic. So really glad that Pseudolithic was able to contribute a chiplet story that's related to the RF market, because a lot of it's mostly used in the digital world. Del, how about highlights from the technical articles?
Hi, Pat. Great overview of the June cover. I really enjoyed the article and, of course, the imagery. In addition to chiplets, we have a tech feature entitled Small Signal Modeling for Multi-Finger Gallium Arsenide Pseudomorphic Hemps from Henan University of Science and Technology in China. The article describes a deep learning model method for semiconductor devices with a 99.7 accuracy rate. Pivoting to a business focus, we have a special report from Markets and Markets entitled NFC Market Trends, Drivers, and Outlooks, which gives an update on the trajectory of the near-field communication market. Finally, we also had a special report coming from Times Microwave on multi-port connectors and the importance of swap in avionics. And Pat, I know we had some product features, including an MVP. Can you tell us some more?
Yeah, and now I'm really honored that Microwave Journal is the first to bring you details about the Rohde & Schwarz big new product announcement, one of their biggest in many years. So we brought back the most valuable product or MVP article in this issue to give you the key performance specs and data on this new signal and spectrum analyzer, and it could revolutionize signal analysis. The new FSWX brings 3 new features to signal analyzers. It has multiple input ports, cross-correlation mode, and advanced filter banks. So the instrument has 2 synchronous input ports, each with 4 gigahertz of bandwidth, and you can connect signals at either the same frequency or different frequencies and do new measurement scenarios with this. The cross-correlation mode is built into the instrument, and it allows you to split a signal into 2 paths, and they each has its own local oscillator and ADC, so it allows you to do cross-correlation algorithms in the digital backend, which effectively filters out the inherent noise in the instrument. And the advanced filter banks span the entire operating frequency range, and this complements the YIG filters, which can introduce inaccuracies in wideband measurements, so it overcomes that issue. So you can find out all about it at IMS, so check out Rohde & Schwarz booth then. And we also had a product feature from AMD on their single-chip integrated solution for test and measurement. The AMD Versal RF devices integrate RF data converters, traditional FPGA programmable logic, dedicated DSP and hard IP blocks, and AI engines into a flexible single-chip device for test and measurement applications. So highly integrated device solution for that market. Del, what do we have for tech briefs?
We have 3 tech briefs this month, including 2 switches and an LNA MMIC. Teledyne's brief is a high-power GaN switch to 5 gigs, optimized for aerospace and defense applications. ATEC Midas introduces their wideband LNA MMIC for a variety of applications, including Internet of Things, electronic warfare, and test instrumentation. And finally, Nishinbo's tech brief launched their 5-gig SPDT switch for cellular base stations and 5G applications. So although we have the 2 switches, they're quite different devices given the industries they're geared towards. Pat, what do we have for news this week?
Yeah, so turning to the news, I saw a few large A&D contracts announced, so I thought I'd review them. BAE Systems was awarded a $1.2 billion contract by the U.S. Space Systems Command to provide the U.S. Space Force with missile tracking satellite capabilities. And BAE Systems will serve as a prime contractor for the Resilient Missile Warning and Tracking Medium Earth Orbit Epoch 2 program, and they will design and build 10 spacecraft. The program will provide resilient space-based missile warning and tracking of ballistic missiles and advanced threats such as hypersonic glide vehicles. BAE Systems will develop the ground system and will manage the satellite constellation by delivering mission management, command and control, and mission operations to enhance operational efficiency. And Raytheon was awarded a $1.1 billion contract by the U.S. Navy to produce AIM-9X Block II missiles. And this is the largest contract awarded for the program. It will increase production to 2,500 missiles per year. The AIM-9X is configured for easy installation on a wide variety of modern aircraft, and it provides a layered defense with ground launch capabilities, including the National Advanced Surface-to-Air Missile System. And Raytheon was also awarded a contract for $536 million by the U.S. Navy for SPY-6 radars. And the contract is a follow-on to the previously awarded integration and product support contract, and it includes upgrading destroyers with the SPY-6 version 4 variant. Del, how about you for the news?
That is a lot of contracts coming out. This week, I saw the Next Generation Mobile Network Alliance, or the NGMN, released a call for harmonization of 6G standards worldwide. This piggybacks on their 6G position statement released back in 2023. The statement includes a call for 6G networks to be economically and environmentally sustainable. I think this is really good timing since we're at the halfway mark between the World Radio Congress, where we expect standards to be agreed upon. Another news piece is FAME's Pilot Line's launch of the FAME's Academy, an initiative to develop a skilled workforce in designing, testing, and manufacturing semiconductor chips. The program is a mix of in-person workshops and online learning and is designed to support European chip sovereignty. The last news update I'll share is the sheer number of product announcements coming out, including some official launches as well as some teasers of what we'll see at IMS. Pat, we've been covering IMS for the last few episodes, but it's only a few days away. Can you tell us some more?
Yeah, we're all preparing for IMS 2025 next week in San Francisco, and Microwave Journal will have the whole team there, and we'll be covering companies in the exhibition. We have a videographer on site, so we'll be doing interviews and demos, both you and I, and may do a Frequency Matters episode or two. And we hope to catch all of you at the new product introductions and technology and see what you're up to at the show. We have the IMS Show Daily page that's on our website right now, and it has a news feed from all the companies highlighting the new products, as you mentioned, and some videos and podcasts. So you can check that out to keep up to date on the latest for IMS. It's at microwavejournal.com/IMS2025. How about you, Del, for IMS?
I have a lot to look forward to, with this being my first IMS with Microwave Journal. So I'm excited to learn about all the industry updates and see the products we've been hearing so much about, and I can't wait to share those updates in the post-show report. I remember reading those in my last role, so it'll be cool to be on the other side. And of course, I'm excited to see an interaction between a cable car and a Waymo, technologies invented more than a century apart, but still running in the same city. Finally, I'm doing a soft launch of my new Bingo blog, where I've made some predictions about the RF industry and will be checking them off as the year goes on. I'll have more on it once we wrap up our IMS activities. And that also wraps up this episode. Our sponsor is RFMW. RFMW is a technical distributor of RF and microwave products and now power management. When you start your next design, consider their multiple product lines. Also remember, as a member of the industry, a subscription to Microwave Journal is free, so visit our site and subscribe today if you're not already a reader. Please give us a like and subscribe to our channels. Thanks for watching, and join us next time for Frequency Matters.